The importance of soapboxing and the media for checks and balances. Soapboxing and the media serve as the vital public counterweights to institutional power. They form an active ecosystem of checks and balances where everyday citizens' voice feed into professional investigations, preventing government overreach, exposing corruption, and keeping leaders responsive to the public. So now you know the legal standing, you should be able to figure out why it's so important that these social media platforms that advertise themselves as such don't revert to censorship when you have something to say. Because then you might be forced to take the next step. I've been fighting this for years, and I've been kept down and kept quiet, and people have been covering up this criminal case. The authorities have been taking taxpayer money to do a job, and they haven't been doing it. That is taxation without legal representation. That is the very reason why America became America and stood up against England. Tomorrow, this goes out in the Washington Post. It is a direct link to a Google Maps review on the Lincoln Memorial. It has all the information and evidence, physical, legally standing evidence, including federal titles of ownership issued by the United States government, as well as a first-hand account of corruption on the West Coast and the disregard for civil and human rights in the United States Constitution. While authorities take money to do a job and don't do it intentionally. While disregarding federal law and procedure. While literally doing whatever they want. While taking advantage of the people to further their own financial gain instead of upholding the law, with judges giving verdicts for things that they have no jurisdiction over, which is treason, as well as states deciding to move against constitutional, human and civil rights secured by the United States Constitution, while turning the maritime industry into a privateer's racketeering dream. Navy history, Coast Guard, maritime law doesn't mean anything on the West Coast. They've become socialist. Your rights don't mean anything. They're socialist. You're a slave. Your ownership rights, your federal titles stating that you own something don't mean anything here. And if they can get away with doing it to me, they're gonna do it to you. And I'm not the only case. They've done it to many people. They start off with things like this. Things like federal titles of ownership that apparently the United States government stands by and supposed to enforce, but they don't, because they don't really have any power, especially on the West Coast.